This is my hero journey about the character with the main character named Amir. So in the ordinary step, Amir spent most of his childhood in Afghanistan until he moved to the US at the age of 10 and as a refugee. After that, he tried to gather attention of Baba since his servant or friend Hassan was better than him in most of the factors, and the events that changed Amir's life as well as his behavior tremendously were when he witnessed Hassan being raped by other kids and he did nothing about that. The call to adventure stage is when Rahim Khan called Amir and when he was in the US to get back because the situation there was not going pretty well and some problem needed to be solved. However, Amir refused the call, and after receiving Rahim's invitations, Amir refused because he did not want to leave his wife, family, and career in the US. Furthermore, Afghanistan was a place Amir didn't want to confront anymore due to his cowardliness in the past. Meeting the mentor was when Rahim and Amir would talk together, and our main character was able to achieve encouragement and support from the mentor Rahim Khan. Amir was then follow Rahim's advice to keep Sobra safe as well as a way to make up for the past mistake that Amir have done to Hassan. Then Amir was crossing the threshold but already acknowledged that he would put everything on a risky bet since the Taliban was ferocious and dangerous. Furthermore, he had to face the fact that he has moving away from a safe zone because ever since he left Afghanistan, he already left every memory behind. Next is the test allies or enemy stage. When Amir got in the car with Farid in order to go to the orphanage, he then confronts the Talib for the first time. The testing parts begin with the staring contest with Taliban, and when the director of the orphanage announces that Sopra was not at the orphanage anymore, since one of the Talib have taken him. Amir approached the inmost cave when acknowledged that the Taliban took Sobrab to the soccer field when Farid drove him there. Even though Amir was raging, Farid chose to stay in the car as he knew that things would get more furious. The ordeal stage started when Amir found Sobrab when he was being held by the Taliban. Following that, the person who captured Hassan was Asaf, and Amir's rivalry who pushed Hassan to the edge by gang rape him. However, things did not go so well as Asaf was still more powerful and he beat Amir to nearly death. By surviving the attack of Asaf, Amir was then past multiple fears of him which were confronting Asaf, fear of getting hurt to finally take Sobra with him. However, Sobra contributed mostly to the victory due to the usage of his slingshot. On the road back, while Amir was healing his injuries in the hospital, he wanted to adopt Sobra for him to live along with his family. Even though Amir was able to bring Sobra together with his family, they were all safe, but Sobra was not talking to Amir since he was upset and disappointed. Furthermore, he also faces the repercussions by telling his wife about the shameful past that he tried to hide for the last decades. While Sobrab and Amir were trying to develop their bond, they flew kites together just like how he did with Hassan in the past. The actions of Amir warmly communicates with Sobrab, showing that he had been purified and resurrected. Moreover, it proves that he had completely get rid of his sins' consequences. Throughout the story, Amir's life crossed four major themes which were family, betrayal, guilt, and redemption. Firstly, in the beginning, his family was very cozy and united due to the fact that he did not discriminate his best man servant, Hassan, who is a different ethnic than him, even though the relationship between him and Papa was sometimes disturbed by the fact that Papa's bias for Hassan, but their relationship as a whole was decent. But then, Amir convicted a mistake that made him feel guilty up until when he fully grown by the series of witnessing Hassan being raped to make a plot to kick Hassan and his dad out of the house. The treachery of Amir deeply affected his mental when he was young as well as when he became an adult. Due to the fact that Amir felt guilty and tried to act something to make him good again, his redemption began by the call of Brahim Khan. Through multiple processes of fighting with the situation as well as his past rivalry Asif, Amir was then earned his redemption by adopting Hassan to live with him in the United States.